Welcome everybody back to the channel, semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are fighting on the casualty of a foolish choice. This is the high funds version. We're doing a lot of high funds these days because there's just not enough high funds content on YouTube. So we got to get more on there, folks. That is why we are doing it. Now, we have ourselves a Javier Mir today, folks. Another Javier Mir. The other thing is there's just not enough Javier on YouTube. So we got to get them on YouTube, folks. Today, we have bedchair and top tier as our players today. So, the CEO choice, Javier. As a day-to-day ability, will get plus 20% defense against indirect units. Each comm tower he acquires gets him an additional 10% defense. The tower shield normal co-power will double the effects of comm towers and increases indirect defense to 40%. And the tower of power will increase the defense further of indirects and triple the effects of comm towers. Javier, hell of a drug, folks. Hell of a drug indeed. The total defense package of Advanced Wars by Web. Now, when we look at this map here, it's pretty small. It's pretty small for a high funds match. It's not too big at all. Very interesting indeed. I think we are going to see some pretty wild stuff happen here. Very, very quick builds. Very, very cool stuff, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it and see what went down in the live league today. Love that theme, people. Love that theme. On the first few days, folks, you guys and girls know the deal. Standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Get them on the field. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web is when you are playing high funds. As much as you want to, resist the urge to be stinky, folks. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. But if you do get stinky in high funds, which is a very stinky game mode, just make sure that you would invest heavily in some high quality soap. I can't wait until this channel is sponsored by soap. That would be the dream, folks. The absolute dream. Will it ever happen? Probably not. But bedchair's turn is now, folks, and he is going for that airport. I think airport is a very, very critical early grab in this matchup for one of two reasons. One, you want to be getting those battle copters on the field as quickly as possible. Two, early transfer copter from top tier here could actually make or break this entire match. Now, this is going to be able to funnel a infantry all the way up to this top corner and start either denying or capping these properties over here. So I think that is a fantastic buy indeed. Classy medium tank over here from bedchair on day 5. This is what high funds is all about, folks. Busting out the class medium tanks on day 5. Beautiful stuff. Now, I think bedchair should probably send his anti-air up north here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have been able to immediately deny this property with the anti-air. So I think that would have been pretty good, but he didn't go for it, which is fine. Perfectly fine, because we are still going to have infantry in position to deny the property, and we're going to have that classy medium tank moving up north more than likely, folks. Javier now acquiring one of the comm towers, the other player top tier also acquiring a comm tower, and we have an early engagement on the T-copter. Not really too necessary to attack the T-copter, but if you get it off the field, well, then you have nothing to worry about from the transfer copter, folks. T-copters are fantastic, but you gotta watch out, because sometimes they fall in battle, and it's unfortunate. The other thing that's very unfortunate is top tier has decided to be incredibly stenchful, busting out the soiled abomination all the way on day 5. I think it was day 5, because now he's moved it. Ugh. Terrible, folks. Absolutely terrible. But in high funds, like I said, folks, you gotta get stinky. Unfortunately, it is just something that High Funds is all about. Another thing High Funds is all about is completely foregoing the sync factor 100% and busting out the classy boy of the sky, folks. This is what it's all about. Classy boy of the sky. Could go north, could go over here. You never know which direction bedchair is going to be sending that bomber. Now, it could go north, but there's an anti-air here. We have to find a way to eliminate the anti-air in order for the bomber to be truly effective. Unfortunately, these rolls, when it comes to anti-airs versus bombers, are still pretty hefty, folks. Now, if we can actually click on the bomber here, we can see we are still going to be doing 74 to 82% damage, which is pretty hefty indeed. But if we get to the point where we're using power or even super co-power, we're going to be pumping those numbers very, very far down, folks. So we'll see what happens with that for sure as the game progresses here. We get a full block on the infantry that is trying to capture. Now, this full block may not work. Now, there is a possibility to break this wall, but stinky flippin' soiled abomination right here would make it so if the classy boy moves up and takes this engagement to break it, then he would most likely get first struck by the Neo tank, and that is not something that we want to happen, folks. Not something we want to happen indeed. Now, there is a classy boy of the sky over here too. A bomber has entered the fray over here from top tier. So now the top portion of the map is in some serious trouble. Serious trouble indeed. It may be more advantageous for bedchair to actually just say, okay, you can have the top and I'll take the bottom, folks. That's could possibly be what has to happen, but doesn't attack the infantry for some reason. Actually goes and attacks the transport copter. I'm pretty sure that 9 times out of 10 I would suggest to attack the infantry over the transport copter because the infantry is an immediate threat. Now, because we did this, we can have infantry move to interrupt, infantry attack here, and things may not work out very good. And even though he's got a fighter and a bomber here, I feel like the Neo tank could still take this engagement. Bomber could go down here, maybe attack this, but then we have to deal with fighters. So we have a lot of things that we have to consider next turn over here from top tier. So let's see what he decides to do in response to this move from bedchair. Alright, we go in, start a capture, cap the corner property, and we are going in to attack the anti-air. And we do not get the clear, which is very unfortunate that we don't get the clear, because now the bomber is in full range to be attacked by the fighter. But we pop the tower shield, so now we have added defense, which is going to be insanity, folks. Boom, 80% damage to that classy boy. Poor, unfortunate attack from the Neo tank. And the soiled abomination is attacking our classy boys, folks, and we cannot have that. Now, unfortunately, bedchair has gone the indirect route for this, which I do not really like when we are fighting Javier. Specifically for the one reason is, at least for one turn, your artillery or indirects are just completely useless. We're only going to be able to do 8 to 10% damage, which is not much. Even if we pop it with the co-power, we're only doing 1 damage, and that 1 damage is on the lower scale as well. So, direct combat units are usually more preferred when fighting Javier. For the most part. A little bit map dependent, but for the most part, go with direct combat. Now, one thing that is nice about this is even though bedchair is going to be fighting into tower shield, he's going to be able to pop his tower shield as well, and then leave it on a point where top tier is going to have to attack into bedchair's tower shield. Now he can go and take this engagement right here, maybe go up, do some respectable damage to the stinky soiled abomination up here. So he's got some options. Let's see what he decides to do here. Bringing the classy boy back, popping the tower shield right there, folks. Okay, let's see what he manages to do with this. Taking the 1 engagement, 2 engagements, bringing the classy boy of the sky up, doing a pretty respectable hit, taking that guy all the way down to 1. And we do not get the infantry clear, folks. Unfortunately, that Neo tank is going to survive just 1 more day. Go in with the fighter, take the engagement against the bomber. Full flippin' clear, folks. Not an issue at all. No contest right there. And we cap a property, interrupt another property. Try to take an engagement over here. It doesn't really work. I feel like we should have probably attacked with the tank before attacking with the infantry right here, if that was our goal all along, but could have been an afterthought as well, folks. So we go in, build another fighter, because fighters are pretty cool, especially in high funds. You got to get them out. And mostly this fighter is just to guard this fighter and or guard the bomber, because we are going to be seeing some either anti-air or fighter engagements over here, which is going to be very good for top tier, because it is going to feed his power meter a lot. Like, just watch this engagement here. That is a full bar charge right there. Pretty devastating, folks. Pretty devastating. Neo tank runs away like a coward, and then the anti-air moves in and takes a shot on our poor classy boy at the sky. What a guy. What a guy, folks. Bust out another fighter. This is quickly turned into a massive air battle, folks. Massive air battle. Now, I guess both players have actually purchased an indirect, so one artillery is on the field from both of them, which once again I don't really agree with, but is what it is, folks. Ooh, cop to sacrifice itself right there. Fighter going down, taking an engagement, getting a double shot, taking out the fighter in the southern portion of the map. And we are going to be seeing a double hit with the tank infantry combination down south, and we get a clear. Okay. I thought it was the classy boy of the sky attacking that guy, but it wasn't. It was not. Now, probably what I would do is the bomber is, it's probably like, okay. So there's one of two things you can do. You can sacrifice the bomber to make sure that the Neo tank is gone forever. Or you could bring the bomber back here, two-shot this guy, and then start two caps over here this turn. That is the other option that you could definitely do. So let's see what he decides. We are going to sack the bomber to get massive kills. That's what we... Ooh. Okay, I don't agree with this, folks. I do not agree with this one bit. We need to eliminate this infantry. This infantry is the main thing that we have to eliminate. If we eliminate this infantry, then we can capture those two properties almost uncontested, folks. There's almost nothing that can stop us from doing that. Now, T-copter destruction over there, it's not necessarily a bad idea. He's going to lose massive mobility out of those infantry, you know, because we're not going to be able to whisk them around the map. But I still think that we probably should have just focused on destroying the infantry. Because now this infantry is injured. But if we had destroyed this infantry, then we would have acquired both of these properties. Like, very, very quickly. Top tier busting out another soiled abomination on the field, folks. Absolutely dreadful. But it is purchased. Ooh, and we have a airport block over here, folks. Airport block with our fighter. Don't know if I necessarily agree with that one. We are going to be able to get hit here. But this is going to force an anti-air purchase. More than likely. Now, this anti-air could move over here, so maybe it's not going to force an anti-air purchase, but... Ooh, and we do get injured over here, too. That's right. That is right. Well, we do block out the air units for quite some time here. Now, with the amount of fighters we have on the field, so 1, 2, we are going to be able to... Oh, no, we don't cover. We do not cover this fighter, which is quite unfortunate. Okay. If I was bedchair right now, I would actually consider popping tower shields so that we don't take massive damage from this fighter, but it might not be needed. But definitely need to be moving this fighter out of the way. Yeah, get that guy out of here. Alright, cool. Another indirect, though. I'm not really a huge fan of that. Probably just bust out a tank, honestly. Just get the tanks on the field. Get the tonks. Big tonk energy. Neo just feasting on that poor tank down south. And we do have the engagement. 8-4 engagement. Now, if we do not surround this fighter, what we can do is actually move into either attack or join right here. But if we join, then our fighter is doomed, unfortunately. But we get the full surround anyways. And we pop the super. Oh my lord. Okay. 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 We pop a super. I don't really know if I agree with popping the super, though. There's not really a whole lot of engagement that we're going to be able to take this turn anyways. So the only engagement that's even worthwhile taking in a position like this would be to eliminate these 2 infantry and interrupt the capture, and that's pretty much it. And I mean, we can still do that even with tower shields. So if we just take a look here, we can still get the interrupt. It's not going to be a very good interrupt, but we can still get it. And we're still going to eliminate the 2 infantry up north. Definitely consider just keeping this tank away. No, don't take the engagement. Do not. No. No. Oh, that is just throwing our tank away. I mean, we get the super, but there's also no engagements that we can take. Alright, well, busting out the bomber, so that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like super feeling that super. Not super feeling this engagement either. We need to, if we just keep this tank back here, that'll just be a lot better. A lot better than throwing the tank away for an attack that's just not going to do any damage. I know he probably did it for the super, but the super also doesn't really help us all that much in this situation. It would almost be better just, I mean, if you're going to pop anything, you could just pop tower shield, and then you would actually be up on charge from your opponent at that point. So it would guarantee you actually getting the next super co-power. And we broke the pipe seam, which actually allows us to take an engagement here. This isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. 5 damage, so that's like a respectable amount, but not like a huge amount. So we don't have to worry about too much. He's going to get healed up to 7. He's still good. We're going to get a clear on this fighter down south without a doubt. And we're going to capture some properties up here, actually. So bedchair. He's going to get 2 properties. Cap the property right now. Right now. I want to cap that property. Cap it. Cap it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get that tower. Get that flipping tower. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get the tower. Ooh, that's just throwing away a bomber again, though, folks. That's not like a huge... It's not like a super good attack. Not really feeling it, at least. Not feeling it too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no matter what, Neo is going to be able to get this interrupt. So, you know, that is what it is. But busting out another bomber. Okay. Well, I mean... At the end of the day, top tier is going to be forced to attack a bomber with probably anti-air at least, and we don't actually have an attack on this bomber, so that's okay. But tank can definitely clear this. Neo is going to be forced to interrupt comm tower, though. And he's going to be forced to interrupt comm tower. He's going to have to attack from one of these 2 positions, which is going to allow for an artillery hit. Oh, wait, there's a tank, yeah. Okay, so tank can go up and take that engagement too. Alright. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Ooh, losing the anti-air. Yeah, I think this push just got a little bit too adventurous here, folks. Just pushed up a little bit too far. Too much reinforcements right here, and now he's going to be in a sticky situation here, folks. The sticky situation. He's going to have to pull back. You can't actually fight into that. Even if you pop the tower shield, you don't really have a lot of valuable hits that you can do. You can attack anti-air, but fighter, right? Now, one thing that the bedchair could do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we'd be able to cover there. If we use... Oh, we can't. We cannot loop all the way around. That's impossible. Okay. And we have no way to clear that unless we use bomber. But we... Oh, wait, we can reach bomber. Okay. Hold on. Alright, so there is a play that we could do. Right, so we could reach around bomber, attack here, maybe follow up with classy boy, use fighter to block this tile right here, and then move infantry onto mountain to block this tile a little bit further, so then fighter wouldn't actually be able to reach over here. Bomber would have free range of attacking over here temporarily, at the very least, while we build another fighter or something to deal with this fighter. So maybe there's definitely some possibilities here. Okay, let's see what we managed to come up with. Going for a cap, busting out the tower shield. Now I wonder if we are going to go for this engagement or not. That's definitely a play that we could do that would secure us safety of the bomber. Yeah, I think that might be the best thing to do. Yeah, okay. Now we need to loop around with fighter and stay right here. Just do it. No! Oh, that's unfortunate. That's actually kind of unfortunate. Yeah, because see, if we had looped here, he wouldn't be able to get around. Like, I don't really see, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We would still be able to get there. We would have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we would have had to move the mech right here. Now, if we did that, the bomber would be safe if we actually put the fighter right here. So, I don't know, maybe just something to think about in the future, folks. But, unfortunately, this guy is going to be hit. About 50% damage, I believe, is what's going to be happening to that guy. Neotank taking engagement down here in the south. 70% damage. Okay, that's like a little bit more than I was expecting. But, no damage to the little mech right there, because he's an absolute legend. Neotank taking engagement, only doing 5 damage on the comm tower. Feeling pretty good about himself right there. So, both players on day 15 are actually doing really, really good with time. They're both still, like, well over 10 minutes, so very nice time management from these two players. 100% would play again. There we go. All right. Neotank down to 3, taking another engagement to get another tower shield. Okay, so we're sacking for tower shields. We do have an engagement on this, which we should 105% take. Now attacking fighter, not worth it. Move over, attack the flipping bomber. Do as much damage as you possibly can. That's not going to help like at all, so we don't really need to take that engagement. But definitely loop around, attack that bomber right the flip now. Yes! Boom! Down to 2 hit points. That's nothing. Bust out another bomber. Unfortunately, bedchair has now joined the Soiled Abomination Club with the stinking Neotank on the field. But top tier has built more stinking Neotanks. And you know what? bedchair has built 1 class mutant tank, so that is pretty okay. Pretty okay indeed. Alright, another tower shield. Top tier down to 17 units, 77,000 value to bedchair's 111,200 with 21 units on the field. But that number is about to dissipate quite some amount here, folks, as 3 units get cleared from the field and another one is injured, and the fighter is very, very injured, but does not actually fall yet, folks. He is holding on. Another fighter purchase on the field here. Another anti-air, another infantry. Okay. It's top tier. Managed to bring it back some here, folks, so not too shabby at all. Alright, we are going in for an interrupt on our property that is trying to be capped down south here from bedchair. So we do a little bit of damage there. Not too much, but just enough. Move in to attack the fighter, bringing that guy down to 5. Follow it up with a fighter attack, bringing him down to 1. Does not get the clear, sadly, but was a respectable amount of damage indeed. Unfortunately, we are about to get smacked with an anti-air right there, and possibly even another fighter, but temporarily, this guy doesn't really have too much to worry about. He is going to probably be smacked by a 4 HP Neo tank next turn, but whatever, that's fine. Not like a huge deal. Not like yeah, just it's not a huge deal. Not a huge deal, folks. Bust out another fighter, 2 more small units over here, tank anti-air, and 9 minutes on the clock still, folks. So Neo tank goes and gets the healage. And we managed to take out a fighter here. Top tier manages to clear 1 fighter. Going in for an attack on the fighter as well. And we clear the mech. The hero, legendary mech of legend, is now gone. Very, very sad, folks. Was a hero. Perhaps not the hero that we deserved, but he was the hero that we had. But now he's gone, which is very unfortunate. But what's very unfortunate for top tier is the fact that bedchair is about to flip one of his properties here. Oh my god, let's get that flip. 36,000 to 26,000. This could be very bad. Could be very bad for top tier now, folks. All bedchair needs to do is hold on to this income and start building some big flipping units. Get the big boys on the field here. Constantly bust out your 1, 2, 3 combination every single turn. That's all we need to do, folks. 1, 2, 3. Always be busting out a big boy and always be busting out one small boy to go with those and an infantry. You are set. You are set at that point. I mean, 36,000 income. You could buy the bomber for sure. You could buy your bomber. You could buy your fighter every single turn. You could buy yourself a tank. You could even buy, if you go like 2, you could go bomber, tank, infantry. The next turn you can go like a fighter, like a medium tank, something as well too. You can get fighter, medium tank, infantry. You could get stinky though. You could also buy yourself the soiled abomination, but you know what? You got the bombers on the field, folks. That's what they're there for. All right, we got a little soiled abomination attack down here too. Top tier is moving in though. He has had enough of this bed chair walking all over his top tier stuff here, folks. So let's see what we managed to do now. Bed chair is going to be fighting into tower shield here, which is not very good. We have 100% lost this front though. We need to pull back. We need to start focusing down here or regroup and get some units, because we cannot keep slamming units into here. We are definitely going to be losing if we continue doing that. So at this point, I would say definitely start focusing on the southern portion of the map. Regroup, build your units, take your income advantage while you have it, and just start busting out the big boys, folks. All right, day 18 from top tier. Clearing 2 infantry. No, clearing 1 infantry, injuring 2 infantry. Not too bad. All right, so we take an engagement here. Unfortunate, I feel like Neo probably should have just crashed into the other Neo at that point, because now we have a 2 HP Neo and this guy is going to be healed up to 8. I could definitely see a world where the fighter and anti-air is definitely pushed down here, which is going to ward off the bomber right here, ward off the classy boy of the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have a potential clear on the infantry, which will allow us to move in with the fighter to attack this fighter right here. But the anti-air covers the Neo tank anyways, so it is very unsafe for us actually to bring in the classy boy of the sky down south, folks. Not sure if we are going to be seeing that happen, but top tier, with the limited amount of funds that he has, continues to bust out these soiled abominations on the field, which is just completely annoying the utter crud out of our friend Bedchair right now. We do manage to clear the 2 HP bomber that was attempting to get some heals, but not attempting very good enough because it is now gone. Unfortunately, we pushed up the anti-air a little bit too far, so the classy medium tank does not cover. Neo is going to be able to move in with its 6 HP little golf ball looking butt over there and just smack this guy. Might end up taking an attack from the artillery, but I think at this point it's almost worth it. I would say actually, in all reality, it definitely is worth it, because this guy is an immediate counter to any air units that we purchase out of here. So crashing that guy into here would be a pretty good idea. It's not going to be cleared by the artillery, so you'll be able to run away and just come back another day. So what is top tier going to do? Are we going to crash the the Neo tank into the anti-air? I would say probably 99% yes. We are probably definitely going to be doing that, because we are going to do a buttload of damage all the way down to 2, folks. That is 80% damage for the math lovers out there. Then we move in, take engagement against fighter. Oh my god, take that guy all the way down to 4, and then bust out another classy boy of the sky, folks. Holy moly. And then we join cap over here to guarantee that we are going to get that capture, busting out 2 infantry along with that classy boy of the sky, folks. Banking a little bit of money, banking 3.2k. And then we carry on with the match here, folks. Get another tower shield after crashing. And then, boom, take that guy down to 1. Unfortunately, we are just not getting those clears. So these guys are going to be able to go back and get heals and come back another day. But we do get a nice hit on the bomber. He's going to be healed up to 9, but, you know, fairly injured. Okay, he's going to be healed up to 8. So, yeah, fairly injured, but will get healed. I think there's definitely, yeah, these guys are definitely, like all 4 of these units are definitely cooked for that attack, unfortunately. But we definitely tried. We tried. Alright, so we're not, oh yeah, no, we're cooked. Okay. Yeah, those guys are gone. This guy survives though, so I mean, props to him. Yeah, wouldn't matter. Okay. Wait, hold on. Where did this guy come from? He captured, okay. Alright, it's pushing in. That's not like a bad idea. You know, forcing bedchair to fight over here while we regroup. It's a pretty good idea. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good idea. Crash and burn, destroy the infantry. I mean, we sack at infantry for it, but keeping bedchair's unit count as low as we possibly can here. So that is not too shabby at all. Going back for some heals with the anti-air. And we are moving the stinky boys up, folks. Moving the stinky boys up. Crashing into the bomber, doing a little bit more damage. Top tier though. Top tier in this position is just slightly stronger. Slightly stronger. Even though bedchair's got more value, I would say because top tier has air superiority with the 3 fighters on the field, I think he's like a little bit better off when it comes to unit composition at least, but I mean, he's lower on properties, and bedchair is moving in hot down south here, folks. So I don't know. You know what? Bedchair is actually doing a little bit better overall. But this is still anybody's game, folks, because in high funds, that value does not really matter all that much, folks. That value is going to be swapping around all the time. Now we have a shift of a turn here, folks. Not really too many movements. We don't go in for any engagement because there's not really anything of value that we can do. Just go for a few little cheeky hits down south, and that's about it. As bedchair moves his units to start walling off the southern portion of the map here. Got the Neo tank getting heals, a double anti-air support with another Neo tank, artillery in position to guard all these units here. Infantry does not manage to clear infantry, but we do manage to clear the... that was a mech? Yeah. Another hero mech gone, folks. Very unfortunate. Ooh. Top tier, he has the option of going in and crashing Neo tank into Neo tank, but I think that would be a very, very bad move to do. We don't want to be crashing the only Neo tank that we have down there, so he does not do it. Very good. I would like I said, we would not want to do that. We're gonna get we'll get a decent trade on this guy, but then we get countered by 1, 2, 3 units. We lose the only Neo tank down here, and then these guys push over here and just take the corner, which is not what we want. Like, top tier needs to hold this corner right now. As he pushes over here as well. So this is a huge push. Lots of fighters. And fighters, even if there's no air units, are still an insanely valuable unit because they can only be cleared by anti-air or other fighters, right? So they make immensely powerful shields. All right, Classy Boy holding firm on that property up north, folks. You love to see it. Oh, we left ourselves open. This is not good. This is not good at all. We left ourselves open to a 1, 2, 3 fighter hit right here. If we lose these 3 fighters, that is going to be insanely bad. But we might not even go for that attack. We could actually cover airport. But if I was top tier at this moment, I would deeply, deeply consider sending in all 3 of these fighters, clearing at least 1 of the fighters, and then injuring the other one down to 4, and then building another fighter. If we did that... Oh wait, he's only got 22,000. Maybe we can't build another fighter. Ooh, but we could eliminate the fighters. That's the thing. That is the thing about it. And then we only get hit by an 8 HP anti-air next turn, and that would give us tower shield. I say we crash. Yeah, crash it. Crash it into those fighters, folks. Boom. No, wait, what was that? Hold on. What did we move in and attack with first? Oh, it was the fuel icon. Okay. I thought that it said it was at full HP for a second. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that is a devastating turn, folks. Absolutely flippin' devastating. And top tier is moving in now. Bedchair, he's gonna pop Super Co-Power, but Super Co-Power is not gonna be super effective for him. He's just lost all of his air support at this moment. So that is gonna be quite devastating, folks. We definitely have to recover those fighters, build some anti-air, and then hope that we can destroy those guys. These guys are like, this guy's running out of fuel though, so he's not gonna be around for too much longer. Oh, and as long as top tier targets the anti-air right here, these guys are going to survive. Okay, so he's not going to target the anti-air, which is not like the worst thing, because we are pushing it hard down south, folks. We are coming super close to that HQ, and we are blocking the center, building another fighter, dominating the airspace right now, as we move in very, very close to the HQ. Alright, bomber definitely out of there, but once again, even without the bomber, the amount of fighters on the field, that is going to secure the destruction of this fighter. Because it's not going to be able to hold on for much longer. And we're not going to be able to buy like any sort of air units either. So we're forced to go into ground combat now, which is going to affect our unit count at this point. But Bedchair is still ahead. He's still ahead overall. And considering that 20, 40, like 60,000 of our funds from top tier is all in fighters, you know, if we destroy those fighters, we can definitely win. But we're pushing in hard down here, but at the same time, top tier is pushing in hard up here. So at this point, if I was Bedchair, I wouldn't even worry about capping any properties. All I would be worried about is holding on to the properties that I have, because he's already ahead, so that's all you have to do. You just hold on to what you have, and it doesn't matter. Like, you crash into the infantry, and that's it. Like, you do not push up. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to push up. You let your opponent come to you at that point. But it looks like we may be having a flip on a property down south. So I guess now we have to push up. That's the thing. Now we have to push up because, yeah, that property is going to get flipped. So that means that there will be a draw in 4 days if nobody else captures a property. Boom, top tier captures that property, 32 to 32. This is going to come down to the absolute wire here, folks, as top tier pushes in once again down south, clearing the infantry, eliminating any chance of capturing any of those properties at the moment. Bedchair has to do the exact same up north. He has to crash into the infantry or plan the sickest flippin' HQ cap of his life. But bombers are being purchased here, folks, so the infantry are not safe. They are absolutely not safe. Very, very dangerous times to be an infantry, that is for sure. Definitely go crash into this infantry, like 100%. Yeah, protecting the infantry is okay, but I would crash into that infantry because there's 3 days. So there's 3 days, so there would be day 27, 28, 29, 30. So you would have like 3 days, 3 or 4 days before your opponent could actually cap this, right? So let's see here. What would it be exactly? So he would be at 9 because we would do about 30% damage to him. So day 27, day 28, 29, 30. So it would take him until day 30 to actually cap this property, which would give us plenty of time to bust out some flippin' fast units over here and interrupt those captures. So yeah, definitely crash that boy into there. And we are going to go for this capture right here, interruptible by anti-air. Bomber is going to follow that up as well. Top tier busting out the the normal co-power. as he pushes in super hard down south. Okay. Ooh, and with the infantry death down here, that is very, very unfortunate. Yeah, best thing to do, like 100%, crash this entire army into all these infantry and make it so they cannot reach over here. Then focus 150% of your effort into just holding this line. Like, that is it. That's all you have to do. Hold this flipping line down here. Don't let this infantry capture that comm tower. Ooh, this guy, no, that fighter needs to stay down south. It needs to eliminate this flipping guy. I mean, I guess we go down here and attack this anyways, but yeah, this guy doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Crash it into this bomber. Like, we need to eliminate that bomber and eliminate everything else, because he's gonna be able to surround this guy with everything that he has and build a fighter. Like 100%, build a fighter. Yeah, he's going in for the cap. Ooh. That is a full flippin' surround. Comm tower is going to be captured. We push in the rest of the army, but it is not enough. On day 29, top tier acquires the second comm tower and goes for a flippin' HQ capture with tower shield popped. Is there even a way to break this wall? That is the question. We have... Is it even enough to do a damage, though? We have a 4 HP bomber that can attack the HQ. Not even enough to do 1 damage. Oh my god. Even the double attack was not enough to do 1 damage. Bedchair forced to resign at that moment, as top tier moves in, captures the HQ on the last possible day, folks. Oh my god, and busts out the flippin' mega tank at the very end, folks. What a match between these two. That was a absolute slaughterfest. Pretty amazing, folks. Pretty amazing indeed. Congratulations to both these players. This was suggested in the Advancement by Web Discord, so thank you very much for the suggestion. Great match. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed that one. I definitely had a good time going over it. If you did like it, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.